and say that you can hear us.
We can hear
Perfect.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
we can hear you.
Well, thank you all for being here today. It never gets old seeing faces in our office, and I just feel like these meetings keep getting bigger and bigger, and that's an exciting thing. So thank you for being here. Let's start out the day with some new listings. Who has new listings coming up?
It's gonna take about 2 weeks to. Yes.
Okay. You have something you want to share? Okay.
I have one. I'm gonna go live on Friday.
Okay.
It's a condo, 145,000,
Okay.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. HOA is 266. And it's a investment property, so they have a leasing agreement until September.
Okay.
And the people who is renting, they want to stay in the house so it's perfect for investment property. They already have the people living there.
Awesome. Investment opportunity, 145,000, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, renters in it till September. So,
Aurora.
in Aurora. Awesome. Great.
I got a house coming up in Arvada, coming soon tomorrow, 475, just a little under 2,300 square feet, ranch, 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Awesome. Arvada, 475, is that what you said? 475 coming live,
Coming soon tomorrow.
coming soon tomorrow. Make sure you reach out to John.
Yeah.
Huh?
Active next Thursday.
Active next Thursday. Anyone else?
We've got 2 next week, so they'll be live early in the week. One is Inglewood, off of like Broadway and Bellevue. Yeah, those intersect, right? Yeah, around there. Sorry. 3 bedroom, 1 bath. It'll be top to bottom remodel. It's one of our flips. Detached 2-car garage. Everything is brand new in it. It'll be around like 480, I think. And then no basement, it's like in that area that's like just the traditional ranches. And then we've got another listing in Aurora that'll be at 350. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. One area it could be a 3rd bedroom. It's a tri-level, 1 car with another 1 car like RV parking spot with an attached sunroom with an attached random, I don't even know, miscellaneous room. It's really a cute, like original owners, like they're gonna get a lot of square feet for 350,000 in Aurora, Buckland, Mexico.
Yard.
Yeah, bigger, texture, with a tree house that Taylor grew up in.
And you said it's coming live when?
Next Monday. No, next Wednesday. If I can like recommend you guys, I always go live Wednesday, if not Thursday. Showings start Friday. I just had a client that like literally called Monday, wanted to list that week, and it just because of the short notice, it ended up going live Friday. It totally affects showings because it takes 24 hours for all the public sites. Even though we see it right away, there is something in the algorithms. I've done that pattern for years and years, and anytime I waver from that pattern, don't let it go live Friday. Sorry, let me back up. You can. It's better to go live on a Wednesday or Thursday. Your showings will be double, if not triple, if so. I had 9 showings on a property in Castle Rock. That's very strange. The one that had to go live Friday, we didn't have a choice. Still got an offer and overpriced, but it's just, sorry.
Yeah.
It'll always go
Great
live
advice.
Wednesday, showings start Friday.
Yep. Awesome. Any other new listings? All I have to say is I'm really excited that we have new listings to report. That's a good sign. Anyone else?
Somebody's on the chat, but I can't see
Oh. I don't know how to, does anyone have the?
It's in the back.
Would Josh's just thumbs up come up on the chat?
I don't know.
Can they just unmute themselves and?
Yeah, I think that was for me.
Let's see.
It's easier if they speak up.
Oh, perfect. Commercial properties. If anyone wants to reach out to him, check the chat for his contact information. Awesome. Any other listings? Awesome. For those of you who have buyer needs, I will say something that Ripsy and I have started doing, and it's been really awesome. And we ask that if you don't have listings to please come join us on Thursdays from 9 to 11. If you have buyer needs and want to provide call lists and your buyer needs, we have agents that are here doing a call-a-thon on Thursdays from 9 to 11. We ask that you come join us, especially if you have buyer needs. We want you to be calling with us. But bring the list of people that you want, whatever list, make sure it's already scrubbed against the do not call list, and let us all help you. There are lots of agents that want the opportunity to call for a buyer. And so if you have that and you're willing to provide it, please come. We have a buyer for tomorrow that we're calling for, but we're going to try to do it every Thursday. So make sure you get in contact with someone, me or leadership or Brooksy or whatever, we'll get you on the list. So.
And Madison, explain to like newer agents how that works in twofold, like the calls could.
Oh yeah, so whenever you're calling for to help find you. Say Scott has a buyer that's looking in, Castle Rock, and we're all calling the neighborhood for Castle Rock. You're calling so that you can potentially get that listing. So it's giving you a reason to call and giving you value, but you're also calling with a real reason to call. So it's a double-sided. We're helping an agent in our office, but we're also trying to get listings for ourselves. So.
They're not just asking you to help Scott.
Yeah. No, this is just an opportunity for you to call and have a purpose for calling. So thank you for clarifying that. All right, next on our list, Mortgage Minute. I was like, I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm an agent now.
I'm on agent in my spare time, so I apologize for that. How was everyone today?
Good.
Good? It's very low energy. How is everyone today?
Great.
How is everyone today? There we go. All right. So thank you all for giving me a couple of minutes. I want to talk to you guys about a new program. Those of you that work with first-time home buyers or just home buyers. This program works for people that have already owned homes. They can own one home total and still buy another home. This program is called Metro DPA. Some of you may know what that is. Some of you may not know what that is. DPA stands for Down Payment Assistance. Their new program, so CHAFA, which is the big one that everyone uses out there, is 4% towards the closing costs and the down payment. With Metro DPA, they can do 5% or 6%. So that might be the difference between you getting the deal or not, because that 5 or 6% that they can use from there, they can now keep those liquid assets, and now they can use that for the appraisal gap. So it could be something that could help you get your client into a home that's getting beat out by people that have liquid assets. The other cool thing about it is that the loan is forgivable after 36 months. So in 3 years, it goes away automatically. CHAFA, they have to always pay that back. So with CHAFA, they pay it back whether they refinance or they sell the property. With Metro DPA, it is forgivable after 36 months. So we love using this product now because, number one, they're never going to have to pay that back. If someone's buying a house at $500,000 and they get a 6% down payment assistance, that's 30 grand that they got basically for free. Okay. Now, the interest rates are going to be a little bit higher than CHAFA, so we'll have to look at the totality of the file to see if they can qualify with the higher rate, and that's basically how they make their money on the deal. They give you a higher rate, they make more money on the rate. In 3 years, they've made their money back that they've given you. Everybody walks away happy. Yes, in the corner.
So Henry, what I would suggest is talk to how if your buyers have some cash,
Right?
but they need, in this market, you're needing to do appraisal gap,
Right.
all that thing, you can use this program.
Correct.
And then they'll have that cash
Right.
to do appraisal.
Right. Yeah.
What a
if I
great
had
strategy.
whiteboard, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you definitely could use this for your liquid asset. So use the down payment assistance money for all your down payment and your closing costs, and then keep your liquid assets to utilize towards the appraisal gap. The other cool thing about this program is that CHAFA only goes to $122,000 total household income. This program goes to $150,000. So now people that would have not been able to qualify for CHAFA because they make too much money, which is kind of silly in this industry because right now the average median price is what, $600,000. So I need to make at least $150,000 to afford the house, right? So that's the other cool thing about this is that the average median or the total income max is 150 versus 122. So there are clients that you probably couldn't get into another house or to CHAFA because of that, that now would qualify for this particular program. I'm actually going to send out the actual deck or the PowerPoint on the differences in the Metro DPA program. I'm going to get that out to all of you, and that way you'll have it. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Jamie?
When you say higher interest rate, are you talking like 0.5% or like 2%?
So right now on CHAFA, on the Smart Step and First Step, which are the FHA programs, the interest rate is 3.0%. On the Preferred, which is conventional at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, it's at 3.25. On the Metro DPA, you're looking at anywhere between 4.125 to 5%. So it is a big difference.
And do you have the opportunity to refinance that still after the payback, or is it
Correct.
one of the deals that you'll
Right.
lock in after?
No, you're exactly right. So basically what we do from our seat is once you hit that 3-year mark, we refinance you out of it. So basically we're going to give you the money up front. You're going to have to not take that money out of your pocket. You're not going to have to pay that money back. And in 3 years, we're going to call you back. We're going to refinance you into a different loan. And now you can drop your rate to whatever that rate needs to be. But basically, you're paying that $30,000 over a monthly basis versus coming out of pocket up front.
Yeah.
And right now, we all need that upfront money.
And Henry, isn't it prorated like year over year? Like
It
if
is.
something happened and you had to move,
Yep.
and you're 2 years then,
Yep.
then you would need to pay back just
Only the 12 months that's left. So I have a client right now that she got $15,000. She's only got 1 year left. So 10,000 of it has already been forgiven. And we're only paying off the 5,000 that's left. When we do pay that 5,000 off, it is not considered cash out, which is a big thing because that's a quarter hike in your rate if it's considered cash out. They do still consider it rate and term because it was taken out at the time of purchase. Okay, so when we do refi them, it won't be a higher rate due to cash out. It'll be whatever the going rate is at that time.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
Great value.
No worries.
Next, Victoria was the recipient last month of our Culture Award, and she is here to pass that award on today.
So I've decided to pass on my award to Gina Boone.
Thank you.
She's been kicking butt. She's here every day, really interacting with our agents and really getting to know everyone on a personal level. And that says so much about her and how she'll run her business, as well as it's just great for everyone in the office to really get interconnected. And she's definitely one of the people who is leading that in the office. So.
Yes, if you have not had the opportunity to get to know Gina, she is definitely a Keller Williams heart through and through. She's a good person to know. So thank you, Victoria, and congratulations, Gina. Next on the list, we have Jamie is going to talk about Red Day. I think whenever I sing things, that people just listen more, so I just blast out the song. It's fine.
Sing all the time. So Red Day is next Thursday, the 13th. We're going to be meeting here in the office. If you structured Red Day for a food collection and you're out running around picking up donations, like have at it, have a great time, and then bring all your stuff back to the office. We'll have runners here at the office taking cash donations out to go shopping, taking stuff back and forth to Field Elementary School, and packing everything in the bins that the school has provided for us. So we'll have a lot of jobs. If you get cash donations and you want to wait until that day and, take a buddy and go shopping, great. Like, we just want to make sure that we're spending the day spending other people's money, which is always fun, and then collecting and packing everything up for Field. So you are welcome to make a donation through the office Venmo account. It's KW space cares space DSW, DS Denver South Metro DSM. And that money, same thing, we'll be spending that as well. We'll probably put an order. Kristen volunteered to pick up an order from Sam's Club that day, so we'll do that and then send people shopping. We'll have a collection over at the King Supers and Highlands Ranch. We'll have to go get and pick up. And then that day, so far we have 24 people that have volunteered to be here that day, which is awesome. If you haven't already committed and you want to be here, just let me know. Henry has volunteered to buy lunch that day. Super nice. So thank you for doing that. And then we'll coordinate some kind of a happy hour or something when the day is over, but we'll be here like 9 to 2. So that's kind of the game plan. If you have questions, let me know. Marketing was on the Friday email. If you need help with a flyer, let me know. And Henry, I'm going to call you out because when we were here this morning chatting, you had a really great idea. And I thought there might be other agents that would want to do it because it sounds really cool. Would you share?
Sure. So, we do a lot of volunteer things at South Metro Denver Realtor Association. We do food drives all the time. The last time we did a food drive, we did something that was really cool where we, actually it was the president of Symmetra, she took brown paper bags and she put a flyer basically taped to the bag and she handed them out in her neighborhood on people's doorsteps and said, if you would like to be a part of this, please fill this bag with groceries and we will pick them up at 9 a.m. on this day. Just leave it on your porch. And we did this back during like the really tough COVID times, but this was a way that we could do it touchless, where no one had to, interact with anyone. And obviously if we saw the bag on the front porch, we could just pick it up. So I talked to Jamie about doing the same thing where we would utilize the flyer that she has and it basically talks about what the event is, when it's going to be, and what items are best for us to utilize. And I was actually talking to one of my friends at the gym today, or 2 days ago, and she wanted to be a part of it, but she's going to be gone. So today, she brought her groceries in. So I got a picture of her with her trunk open, and it's full of groceries. And so I'm going to take that picture, I'm going to put it on Facebook. I'm going to add the flyer that Jamie has already put together for us. She's just putting my contact information on there. And then I'm going to put on there, I'm going to donate $5 King Supers gift card for every person that donates to our cause. So it's just a way to, and I'm going to donate it. So it's another way for us to spur on people to continue to give once they see that posted. I mean, those of you that are friends of mine, I post every day. So there's a lot of people that will see it hopefully and want to give. So that's just another way for me to try to spark and snowball more people doing that. Every time someone gives, I'm going to post it. So it's just a really good way for people to feel good about what they're doing. It's going to a good cause. And then obviously the winner in all of this are the children for Red Day that we're going to drop all the things on. So if you guys have any questions on how that whole thing works, please feel free to reach out to me. But basically, I'm just going to take the documentation of the flyer that Jamie has already put together, post a picture, and put in the verbiage. I'll donate $5 King Super gift card in your name for everyone that donates. That's it.
The grocery stores do not have paper bags anymore. So you can't go to the grocery store and get paper bags. You need to go on Amazon and order them. So if you're going to do it like today.
They don't have paper bags anymore?
No, because Boulder got rid of, they banned plastic bags. So all the paper bags go to Boulder.
Oh. Huh.
So like Whole Foods and stuff like that, some of them still have them. But I don't know how easy it is to go get the bags. But like typically you can go to King Supers and get a ton of paper bags. You can't do that. So you need to go online to Amazon and order them like today if you're going to do that.
And
just so you know.
so I ordered them off Amazon, and I got 200 bags for about $80. So I can send you guys the link.
And they're cute with little handles and everything.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Yeah, or pair up with another agent or two and split the cost and split the number and whatever.
That's expensive for paper bags.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a good cost, but.
Like, what else could we do? We could do like
Better be reinforced.
boxes. You could do.
What's a company that has paper bags?
I say we just break Costco's hands about steal all the boxes.
And you can use plastic bags to.
Yeah, you could do boxes.
Well, at the end of the day, you can always just leave them in the flyer and let them put in whatever they want to put in.
That's true.
Yeah.
So,
Give them a.
try not to overthink this, like, we just need to cut.
I mean,
Use a plastic bag. Who cares?
It's okay, don't get turned
Yeah.
on my paper
don't
bag.
get
Coming out
turned
of
on
something.
one
Doing
paper
that,
bag.
I'm like,
No, but like I wanted to
be like cute.
Yeah,
treats.
we can.
Oh, I like that.
Think of those plastic bags we have stashed somewhere. Stick a thing on
So
a plastic bag. It's easy to hang on their doors.
Who all lives in a neighborhood that they feel like they can go and knock and give out flyers and talk to them about Red Day? What a great opportunity ad. Take your kids with you. Take your dogs with you.
Take it to your dream neighborhood. that you
Yeah.
don't live in.
Take it to the neighborhood you're farming. Take it to the whatever.
And you guys put your Venmo on there because we dropped off stuff yesterday and I'm already having a full Venmo.
Great point. If people don't want to shop,
Yeah.
add the Venmo. Your neighbors will be willing to contribute. So
I posted mine yesterday and I had a Venmo in my account like within minutes, so,
love it.
yeah. And I'll just bring cash that day and we'll go shopping.
And we can all agree to post on our social media that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not that day, like.
I mean, like
Yeah,
now.
start posting now.
Every day until then. Okay, next we are going to switch over to William. He is our ALC Tech Committee Chair, and he is going to talk to us about a new tech update in Command.
Yes, so one of the things that they've been doing this year is they're putting out a magazine which you can take and brand for yourself, take it to a printer and print it out. I'm just going to show you really quickly where you can find that at through your system. So if you guys see the screen okay?
Yep.
Okay, so once you're in Command, over here on your left-hand side, you want to go down to your Design tabs. Okay, and once you click on Designs, you're going to come all the way over to the little blue button. You guys can't see them because of your heads, so let me get rid of your heads. There you go, blue button. Print, then you want Print. Next. While that's loading, I'll go ahead and put in the chat a link. So we've got a video that kind of shows you how to do this as well. And I'll make sure and get that added in chat. So, but once you're in Designs, hit the blue button for Add, create a new one. Then you're going to hit the Print. Then you're going to come down here to Lead Generation on the left-hand side. Open that sucker up right there, that very bottom one, personally branded magazine. So New Beginnings is the one that they put out for Q1, and then Planting Roots is the one they've got here. And what I like about these things, I'm going to go ahead and hit use, is that there's articles and things that are already in there that you don't have to come up with, but then there's so much space in here for you to also add things to it and make it your own. So right here, of course, this is where you turn it into you. Put your picture in there. And then look, they've already got a template of a letter that's already there. So basically, I know some people in the past, you've seen those American Home Style magazines, you know, they like to run those or print those out. This is just another tool that we can use that why not print off 10 or 15 or quarter and go take them across the street to a print shop so they look professional and take them with you on listing appointments. Can you hear me? Did you lose me? Nope, yep.
But Debbie was saying we don't have to go to the printer.
We don't have to go to the print shop.
Well, so our printers should have the capability to put it together and staple it as a book as well, which is pretty cool. It just depends on, do you want it to be more glossy like a magazine? You know, how you can do that, but we definitely, our new printers will let us do that as well, which is pretty awesome. Thank you, Debbie.
Welcome.
And then these articles that are in here, I mean, it's good content. And then what they've also done is they've given you a couple opportunities. Hey, why don't you go stick one of your featured listings in there? Or ask one of your fellow agents, so this is my verbal permission to anybody. You can use my stuff. Go grab maybe a listing from somebody else in the office and stick it in here. And then in this description, maybe talk about, hey, in this seller's market, we were able to get 50,000 over or 60,000 over. You know, it still takes a professional negotiator to get you the most money. So there's places in here, again, you don't have to do anything to. They add this stuff, increase your home value with these tweaks. And then at the same time, they give you opportunities to kind of fill in the blanks with some of your own stuff as well. Hottest spring listings. Ask an agent. So here's the thing, ask an agent. What home improvements can boost my property value? You know, maybe take this to clients, ask you, well, I actually have clients go, well, what color should my house be if we're going to sell it? Is blue a good color still? Is gray? I don't know. So there's different things in here that, of course, you can use to share with your folks. So take a look at that in designs. One more thing I'm going to show you, if I can find it, is that I've got this video link. So in Connect, you have the opportunities to find these videos. And we've got one here by KW University, Create Your New Magazine. Here's a 36-minute video. I'll make sure and put that here in the chat link as well.
Can we put it on the Facebook link? It's like too, just because everybody in here isn't gonna have the chat link.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, that's no problem. I want to stick it in here first, just because I know everybody's in here, and then yeah, we'll follow it up and put it in the Facebook group as well.
Perfect.
No, Kristen, I want you to take out your pencil right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much, William. What an exciting opportunity for us to take this new piece that Keller Williams has just released. They are providing us the content. All we have to do is brand it and send it. So I know a lot of people have talked about newsletters and how can I create more value? What pieces can I farm with? They're giving it to you. So let's use it and use our swanky new printers to do that. So make sure that we are utilizing that opportunity. Any questions about that? Comments? Awesome. Next, we are going to move on to our newest ALC member. So Holly Mays has joined our ALC and is going to be taking over the Education Committee. She is very passionate about the education. We're so excited to have her. So what would you like to say about that?
So I am very excited. I'm very honored to be asked to do this. I've been on the ALC before. It's been a couple of years and I'm very excited. I'm passionate about us learning. We've got to be learning based. Keller Williams has always been focused on learning. Yes, we're a technology company, but if we don't know our stuff, the technology doesn't do us any good. We're not going to do our best for our clients.
Right.
And learning isn't just for new agents. We should be learning constantly. Debbie's got the new agent stuff down. she's got that. I am not stepping in her toes. We're going to be looking at things outside of what Keller is easily providing, some things that we can bring in. I think we're going to talk to Matt English about teaching a valuation class. We're going to bring, I've got to check the schedule. I think we're bringing a gal that's going to teach us how to do our Google Your Business page. If you haven't done that, by the way, 7 years in, just hit my Google My Business page. So doesn't have to be a new thing. And that's imperative, even if you're not, we're a sphere. I mean, I have a web page, but you know, it's just there. And but if you get a referral from somebody, they're going to Google you. So you need to look. So that's the kind of value that I would like to bring. And here's the thing, it's about you guys. What are you looking for? Where do you have a need? What's something you go, I really need to learn how to do this? Because chances are, if you feel that way, there's 10 other people that feel that way. So that's what we want to bring. That's what we want to bring in, is we want to provide value to you. And no, I'm not going to be teaching all these classes. I'm going to be finding experts to teach you guys the things, the things that you need to learn. So, and just, the ALC is here. We're your ears to the leadership. So not only do we provide value, but if you have a concern or something's going on, reach out and talk to us. I mean, I think we're mostly nice people and we don't bite hard, I mean, So, yeah, and we're here to be a listening ear to come alongside you and help, and not just listen. I mean, if you just need, sometimes we just have a bad day. Sometimes you have a tough client. Sometimes you have a tough transaction. We've all been there. So let us step alongside you and help. I mean, we've got a good group of people here. So anyway, thanks again.
Of course.
All right.
So I'm gonna challenge each of you, if there is something in the past couple months that you're like, man, I Googled that, or I've asked somebody that question and they didn't really know the answer to, I'm gonna challenge you to send Holly. Brooksie's on the committee as well. Victoria is gonna be on the committee as well because she's
Who wants to be
our
on?
calendar. So
I guess I should ask that.
I'm gonna challenge each of you, if there's something that you are like, man, I'd really like more information on, to please send them an email so that they can get those people in our office, because we don't know what you need to learn unless you tell us. So, on that topic, we do have a title company coming in after office meeting next week, and they are going to be teaching, it's Heritage Title, they're going to be teaching on how to read a title policy.
Yes.
What are the things we should be looking at? Because let's be real, we've all gotten one of those, we've scrolled through and we're like, what am I supposed to even be looking for? They're going to deep dive with us on what that means, what we should be looking for, and how we should be best advocating for our clients for those. So make sure you mark your calendar for after office meeting next week for that. And thank you both for putting that together. Next on the agenda is Scott is going to speak about the showing assistant program, which so many people are excited about, and I'm excited that it's finally coming to fruition.
You gonna sing?
The showing agent program.
Yes, so we are starting a new program in the office, as Madison said, showing assistance. So for you agents that are busy, if we have any of those here, and you need some help getting to a showing you need to do, you've got multiple buyers, you're having to show them all these houses, we're setting up a program so we have agents available to help you show those houses. And next Tuesday, 1 to 3, is that right? Yep. 1 to 3 next Tuesday, Jamie and I are going to be teaching the first certification program. So the idea is, if you're a newer agent or not, and you're interested in helping out in this program, come to the class, get certified. And what we're basically going to do is just make sure you're trained on how to show houses for other agents. Talk about what you need to bring, what you need to do in preparation, what things you should be saying or not saying, those sort of things.
Not saying is a good one.
Right.
And then at the conclusion of it, we're going to have basically an agreement form. So when an agent needs help and they reach out to you, both the showing agent and the agent that's asking for the help, will have an agreement form that just outlines what the expectations are, what the payment will be, when you'll get paid, those sort of things. And it'll grow as we go along, but we'll probably offer this class, I don't know, quarterly, however often we need to bring new agents to the program, and just have that as a service for all of us. So that when you're busy, you can still move your business along.
What is the cost on that? I'm excited about that.
The cost, there's no cost to anyone to be involved in the program. I believe the way we're going to kind of frame it is it's up to that. If you're an agent and you need help, you'll reach an agreement with the showing agent on what you're willing, what you're offering to pay. I don't think we're intending to set a price, because some people may do it differently. It may also vary depending on the type of involvement you're looking for. If you're going to be out on vacation for 2 weeks with no access to a phone, you may be looking for a little more involvement on writing contracts and things like that. If you've got 2 buyers that need to see houses on Saturday and you're just looking for someone to take someone to go see 2 or 3 houses, you may have a different compensation in mind.
And the reason we can't outline that compensation is because that gets into our liability as an office. This is you hiring the other agent and us just being the middleman to connect you. You work out the payment with the other agent.
By the way, Jamie did this for Mark Bauer for
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, at the I mean, yeah.
So this is a huge opportunity for new agents because you can sit in a classroom all day long and you're not going to get the same experience as you would if you were out in the field. Learning about what to point out in these houses, what you should and shouldn't say, should and shouldn't do, where you park. I mean, all of those little details you can learn as you go from hands-on experiences. And I feel like this is where I got started. I learned so much from being Mark showing you this. You can
I did the same. I showed houses and, I mean, it gets you out of the office, gets you in the field. You're going to neighborhoods maybe you aren't familiar with, seeing things. You get comfortable with all the technology and printing the listing form, and there's so many benefits as a newer agent.
Lockboxes,
Oh,
how to open the lockbox.
I still haven't got that totally down.
It's an awkward thing when you're like,
We'll have lockboxes in the class. There you go. Especially if we have enough time, we'll go on a field trip and just find somebody's local listing and go through that. So perfect. I think it'll be a fun class. It's next week. Yeah.
I already have agents that are overwhelmed with buyers that are asking me when this program is going to be available. So if you are a new agent, this is a great opportunity for you to get some cash, get in the field, so much opportunity for
And
both.
gain confidence.
And gain confidence.
Yes. It'd be also nice to know if there's any buyers like in that pool that they want to specialize in certain things. So if you're like, if they want to specialize in luxury or something like that, then if that's listed kind of with that person, then people that do certain areas be like, oh, that's a good person to pull in that actually wants to grow in that business.
And or parts of town too. If we've got somebody in the program that lives down south, that's a go-to for that versus up north, and which may be why you're looking for the help, right? You're Saturday, you can't cover the entire Denver metro area. You've got buyers looking at different places.
And you can, the other thing that this is useful for, because I know Mark and I are going to be using this program, using people, is inspections. Sending somebody to do the inspection for you, doing some of the things like that just gets, go take the buyer in to talk to the inspector, because you don't really, as a realtor, you're not the functional expert at the inspection, but you need to have the conversation afterwards with your buyer.
Well, anyone, if you have any interest in this, please come Tuesday 1 to 3. And if you, much like that, Holly, if there's any suggestions, things like that anyone thinks of for the program or would like to see from the program to be able to utilize it, please let Madison, Jamie, myself know, and we'll make sure to incorporate.
Thank you.
All right.
Very excited to have that. Next, Debbie has a quick broker bite and wants to talk about some updates for the PC program, and then we're going to go on to our video.
So, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we have 2 brand new Xerox copy machines that will do all that stuff, all the fun, cool things that William talked about. We'll get some of those really nice papers in so it looks like you just took it somewhere professional. They're amazing looking. So Leslie will be here. I'll know after our meeting Thursday what week she'll be here to train. There's a little jump drive to install the printers, both printers, onto your computer. So see Victoria for that, and she'll help you get that installed. RE Colorado, I don't know if y'all saw the email, but there's a price increase as of June 1. So it's going, you all have the realtor discount of $42.50. It's going up to $49.50 a month. And that starts June 1st. So make sure I get the notifications as the broker. If your credit card has fallen out of the system at RE Colorado, or maybe you've got a new card or it expired or something, make sure you go in, and if RE Colorado is emailing you from the billing department, there's something that's happened with your card. You may go, oh, it's on auto pay. Well, something has happened. So just go and check it out so they suspend you in like 9 days, and then you got to pay to re-up, and it gets fun. something brand new that we're starting today. I'm going to be here in the room from 12:30 to 1 for contract questions. I need to ask the broker this. I don't understand this part about a contract. So I'm going to make myself available about every other Wednesday after team meeting. So you can bring your questions in. I just saw this. What do I do with that? How do I handle this, that, or the other thing? So all those little got-a-minute things that you guys kind of pile up with, bring them in, write them down, and on Wednesdays, come in and we'll bring your lunch in if you want to and sit down and we'll go through that. Another thing that we're looking at putting in is everybody that took Steve Olson, the What Is It Worth class. He's been an appraiser for years, and he does that class for free at Smedra, but they do it on Zoom. And everybody said, wow, it would be cool to have him come in here. He's got some really awesome sheets that he uses. And so I called him and he said it's $40 a person. We have to have a minimum of 20 people. And it's CE credit as well. So if you're interested in that class, we'd like to bring that in probably, I don't know, maybe early June, I would say, and get rolling with that. So Steve's been an appraiser for years. He and his wife both, and they're also agents. So you get a little bit different view, and he's been doing this forever. So then next week, well, tomorrow from 2 to 3, if you're in the Momentum group coaching, you got an email invite from me. So make sure and come tomorrow between 2 and 3. We're going to go over your 411 and your GPS because Jody did an awesome class on it. And if you want to come in and do a checkup on your 411 and GPS, that's what we're doing tomorrow, right in this room between 2 and 3. Next week, our contract classes, there are listing contract classes from 1 to 3. And those are both Wednesdays. And then May 19th from 1 to 3 is a purchase contract. So I provide the material for you. Just come in with your questions. And even the advanced questions, right? Bring them in with you and we'll make sure that you're good to go.
Debbie, how many times did I take contract classes?
You should take it until you can teach it.
And then let us know. We'll utilize you.
Yes. Cool, that's it.
Okay, Victoria, can we play the video? So I wanted to take a second, and I feel like my job is I always talk about how big the Keller Williams world and how much opportunity is within Keller Williams and why I'm a part of Keller Williams. But I don't think I've ever really taken the opportunity, I don't know that our office has, to really show you what the opportunities are so that we can help coach you to those goals. So I wanted to show this video because it's an excellent video if you haven't seen it, to just kind of outline it so that we can stem those conversations off of this. So.
Operating principal and real estate broker with Keller Williams Realty. And what I'd love to do is share with you the opportunities of our company and how you can build a pretty fantastic career within the real estate industry that includes more than the traditional route of just working with buyers and sellers. So follow along to this diagram and you'll be able to see a career that you could build for yourself. So here we go. So let's imagine for a second that this box represents you. And the traditional route that most people take is to become a real estate agent. So we would call this your career path. And what we know is when you live on this career path, then this becomes your revenue stream. And what we mean by that is, as we all know, it's a 100% commission industry. So when you sell a house, you get paid a portion of the commission. When you sell a house, you get paid a portion of the commission. The problem is the day you stop selling houses is the day you stop making money. And so this becomes sort of a hamster wheel that people cannot get off of in this industry because they start getting into production, they start making consistent money, and then there's no exit strategy here. So Gary Keller saw that as a problem, and so he went out and did a lot of research and ended up turning into a book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And one of the premises of that book is talking about the idea of leverage. Well, what does leverage look like in the real estate industry? Well, that is building and developing a real estate team. Now, a real estate team does not necessarily mean you plus a team of 10, 15, 20 agents doing 100 million a year in volume, although it can. What it really means is how can you, as an individual agent, which research tells us, individual agents can do about 30 to 40 deals on their own before the value proposition they're providing to their clients ends up going down because they're spread too thin, or they just get over the whole thing because they're working too much. And so if you want to grow a business above and beyond this, following our model, you would need some help with that. And so you would go out and hire an executive assistant, a transaction coordinator, a buyer's agent, eventually a listing agent. You could hire inside sales specialists. You could hire virtual assistants, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever you needed to do to accomplish your value proposition. And at that point, now you can start selling hundreds of houses a year because you have scalability via the leverage that you've put in your business. And at this point, now you start looking for talented people and doing less and less of the agent activities. And what research has also been showing, because of the agents that we have doing this at a high level within our company across the world, is that at some point you sort of reach a critical mass of this in your market, a saturation point. And nobody seems to, for the most part, dominate an individual real estate market. It just doesn't happen. The top agent in Denver, for example, might sell 500 houses this year, and 50,000 plus houses are going to sell. So that's a lot of houses for one team, but it's not dominating the actual overall market. So if you wanted to build a $100 million real estate business or sell 2,000 houses, you most likely, statistically, will not do it in your local real estate market. And so the next evolution of this is what we call our expansion model. And what this really is this allows for exponential growth. And so if you wanted to build $100 million team, you may or may not be able to do that in your market, most likely not. So, but you could go and do create five $20 million teams in 5 different markets, and you could expand regionally. So you could go from Denver, in this case, to Colorado Springs, to Fort Collins. You might have a really good agent or a sister in the business in Phoenix, so you expand there, wherever you find talented people. And so now you can create a business of an exponential growth across the country, running locally via the talented people you have as what we would call your hub. And so the first evolution of the real estate side of things is sort of this. And so you become then sort of the CEO of your real estate empire, and you spend your days finding talented people within your organization, coaching and training them, and less time doing this. And so now you also own an asset. You're building a business upon which you could potentially sell someday. So that's sort of the real estate sales side of kind of the model of our company that you could build. We are also the #1 training organization in America. So training is something that's very important to us. And if it's something that interests you or you have a passion for it, you could become a trainer at your local market center, or you could become what's called Keller Williams Master Faculty, meaning you teach the models and systems of our company across the country, and you can get paid several $1,000s per speaking engagement to teach the models and systems of our company to real estate agents across the country. And so if this is something you're interested in, then we can help create a path for you for that. We are also a consulting company. That's one of our pillars of our value proposition. And so coaching is extremely important to us. And we believe that goal setting and accountability is what really leads to a vibrant, sustainable business. So if you're interested in this, if you like being the type of person that watches the light bulb go off for people and provides support and accountability for that, then you could start by being what's called a productivity coach at your local market center. This person traditionally helps the new and newer agents get into production, and then helps agents move kind of up the production ladder as they build and develop their business until such point as they would graduate into MAPS coaching. This is the world's largest real estate specific coaching program, and we have MAPS coaches all across the country that help agents via webinars and phone calls to build and develop their businesses. And this, if you wanted to become a MAPS coach, there's definitely steps and metrics you have to meet to do that. And you can really make a lot of money doing this. I mean, a mastery coach, which is the highest level coaching program that we have, pays $1,000 per month to the program, upon which the MAPS coach gets a portion of that, and then Keller Williams International MAPS gets a portion of that as well. So you can really create a pretty awesome world just within coaching. We are also a franchise model company. So we are looking for people that like taking territory and being investors in market centers. Okay, so you could own a portion of as many market centers as you have money to invest and opportunities available to you. And people that invest in market centers are people that believe in the models and systems of our company and are going to be on board to helping grow that local franchise. Once you become the majority owner of a market center, you become what's called the operating principal. The operating principal's goal really is the person who sets the vision for a local franchise. Says this is what we're going to be about, but who implements that vision? That is the leadership team of any one particular franchise. Well, what does that look like? The first person would be the team leader. Think of this person as sort of the CEO of a local franchise. They are the primary relationship holder between the operating principal, and they're the ones who are going to oversee the implementation of the vision of that local market center. Then they, at a certain size of that office, will go out and hire an assistant team leader, which is kind of like the vice president, a market center administrator. Think of this person as sort of the COO, CFO of the office. They kind of handle all operations and oversee the financials. A managing broker, a productivity coach, and director of communications. A lot of market centers will have marketing coordinators or technology coordinators. Whatever value proposition that you and the operating principal, your market center and the operating principal deem necessary is kind of what the team leader oversees. They also have a group of volunteers called the Agent Leadership Council, which help be the liaison for what the agents are looking for as value for the market center. And so the OP says, this is what I want our market center, our local franchise in this particular market to look like. The team leader and their team go out, they implement the best training and coaching programs, utilizing our technology so that our agents can focus on building these businesses, okay? You can also go more of the corporate route, and you can work for the regional level of your territory that you're in. Colorado happens to be one region, of which we have 24 market centers. So there is a regional director, and there is a regional operations manager. They collectively interact with the operating principals, who then interact with the leadership who implement the vision. And the region is sort of the operating principal's conduit between Keller Williams International, which is always one of America's top companies to work for, based out of Austin, Texas. And so it goes Keller Williams International, interacts with the regional level, who interacts with the operating principal level, who implements, organizes the vision of which the leadership team implements for the agents. Also, within Keller Williams International, there's a ton of opportunities and a ton of what I would call, sort of sub-organizations. KW Worldwide, we are one of the world's fastest growing real estate organizations. So there's opportunities for market center ownership, leadership opportunities within, across the world as we continue to expand into new markets. KW Farm and Ranch, KW Commercial, KW Luxury, our KW Labs. We are very, very heavily invested in the technology future of the real estate industry as a whole and where that's going. And so there's all kinds of opportunities just within the technology space at our company. Keller Williams University, and then obviously MAPS is a huge organization within our company. So there are all kinds of opportunities within here. And then the last thing I really want to focus on is profit share and growth share. And profit share and growth share are the opportunities that we reward to our associates who are helping us grow our company. And so we share on average around 50% of the profits, give or take, with agents who are helping us grow the company. And so if you look at every other real estate company that's in existence today, this is really all it's ever going to be. And they basically base their value proposition off of this. How can we service and support the real estate agent? And that's really what it is. You might become the managing broker someday is kind of the evolution of what that could be. And at our company, every single one of these arrows represents opportunity, but most importantly, they represent revenue streams. And so for myself personally, every single month, I make money when I personally work with a buyer and a seller. I make money when my real estate team closes a transaction. I make money training and coaching within our organization. I make distributions as an owner in 2 different market centers. I make a salary as an operating principal of a market center. I make a salary and bonus as the team leader of a market center. Compensation is the managing broker. And every single month and for the rest of my life, I get profit share because of the growth that I have helped bring to this company. And so when you sit here and look at this all, most people can find a path that they would want to take. And if for you it is developing a killer, massive real estate business, then go do that. If for you it's to build a real estate business that then funds opportunities for you to do other things, then go do that. And this is really just the opportunities within our organization. But I mean, if you're building a big real estate business or a market center, there are so many other opportunities, revenue streams that come from that are kind of offshoots of that. Title companies and mortgage and other businesses and rental properties and all kinds of different wealth building opportunities that you can do. But I wanted to take a second to share this with you because I think this is the biggest differentiator between our company that we don't always talk about. And so if this interests you at all, please reach out to me. My email address is my full first name, so Matthew, M-A-T-T-H-E-W, my last name, which is Leigh, L-E-I-G-H, @kw.com, or you can call or text me directly.
Okay, we can. So,
We have a Sharpie so we can recreate this on our.
yeah, we're gonna recreate this. So,
yeah.
I hope y'all saw value in this video. I shared this video with so many people because it helps you understand what the value proposition is for our company. You don't have to just want to build a mega team. You maybe have a heart for coaching. You maybe want to be an investor and be more passive. There are so many opportunities, and I want y'all to kind of get the full picture so that we can help create paths for you outside of this office. So we ran out of time, but I wanted to give Jody a second. She has been she's taken a lot of the leadership roles within market centers. And so what does the opportunity map look like for you, and how has it impacted you and your relationship with KW?
Well, first I just want to say, if that doesn't make sense, but was of interest, watch it again and ask questions.
Yeah, please do.
So just real quick, I was with HomeSmart for 13 years. One of my last years, I closed 36 deals, and it literally was like, good job. If they knew I even closed that. And I had this passion to protect who I was with. I had this passion to educate, to coach, but the majority of the companies out there are that hamster wheel, and you just keep like trying to push yourself to become better. And it's more real estate is paying your bills, but it's not. KW teaches you how real estate can help you live the life you want to live. Well, all I knew was how to pay my bills and just make more money. And not that that's a bad thing, but leveraging it. I was 28 years old when I got my license. I had 4 children under 5 years old. Keller Williams scared me to death because they wanted me to show up to training every day for 2 hours in the morning. And of course, I was a stay-at-home mom, but I went on to close 20 deals my very first year, which ignorance was bliss. I was a hot mess that just knew how to run my mouth. But imagine if I would have joined back in 2004 and somebody would have taught me what to do with that money. And so fast forwarding to what you're saying, a lady, Candace Ensign, for 15 months took me out to coffee, never once mentioned Keller Williams. What are you doing? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What do you love? And one day called me 15 months later and said, hey, would you want to coach? And I had been coaching for about a year and a half at Home Smart. I had just merged with Trade Creek Properties, which was a hot mess. And I got put on pause, but then it was very clear nobody knew what was going on. So she hit me at a perfect time and I became the PC coach, then moved into the TL role, was the managing broker, stepped out of the TL role because of my daughter's medical situation. Lucas became my OP, but he was also the RD. So I think that's a huge piece of this equation. Matt just explained, he had 8 income streams. What other company lets you sit in the role of 8 titles and make money off of it? That's crazy. I've been an investor. I run a team of 5 agents, paid a full-time admin, I've got an admin now. Anyway, it's just, and I was that one that was like, that's your goal, let me help you get to your goal. Okay, that's your goal, let me help you get to your goal. Never in my mind was I plugging myself into that equation until I was plugging into leaders that trusted me and showed me what to do to get there. I mean, the fix and flips, I still, every time I close on them, I'm like, is this real? Like, this is a cash deal with my name on it. It's hard money. So learning how to leverage other people's money, but my name is on it. That's scary, but also so gratifying in a leverage perspective. I'm not driven by money. I'm not a money person or a material person, but I am very driven by accomplishment, especially if my name is on it. That's when my vanity comes in, I guess, but not in the money. But so just really like read or listen to that again. Is it teaching? Is it investing? Is it, is it, I need to be plugged in. Debbie laughs because I say, I need to be plugged in to behave. That's just me. I mean, Taylor's probably ready to strap me in my chair this week. I'm a busybody, and it's not that I'm ever not actively in business. I do too much and all over the place. So I need to be plugged in to streamline what I'm doing. Some need to be revved up the other direction. But anyway, so yeah, I guess, besides OP and maps, I played
She's
the
played
majority in expansion. Those
Yeah,
are the
so I
three
wanted-
things I've done.
I wanted her to, because we have so much opportunity within our office. She served in so many different positions. And that's why I challenge you, if you see yourself, even if you're a new agent and you've just gotten started, if you see yourself wanting to grow into one of these positions, reach out to me, reach out to Jody. We don't know what your goals are unless you tell us. And so we want to help create those paths for you and connect you to people who've already done it so that they can tell you exactly what you need to do to build up your resume, to get that job, or to do whatever. So,
Put it out there. That's
put it
one
out
of
there.
the biggest things.
Put it out there.
It's
Or maybe someone will just come find you and tell you that that's what you think they think.
Imagine that
Imagine that. So, that's all we have for today. Sorry we kept you a little bit after, but we wanted to give you that opportunity. Y'all go out and crush it this week, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Thank you.
Melanie, we'll see you on Friday for Flapjack Friday. And I will be coaching on the business model the budget model for the MREA. So come learn. Thank you, Denise. I'm like, we have someone who's done so much of this math.
See, and I look at it, and I'm like, I'm always trying to figure out, like, I'm putting my kids in. 4 years old, today, now we're back to do something.
I learn something every single time I watch that. I'm like,
I
what the
love
heck is that?
that.
Great
I was
video.
3 years old, but